Hello, everybody, and welcome. We've got a full house of cheering fans, including Earl B., the home team's biggest fan.
Earl B, he's our man. Earl B, the home team's biggest fan.
Great day, great game. Thanks to all you fans for coming out, especially Earl B. See you next game, everybody.
For the best sports in Lorain, that's TV20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Whenever you think about high school sports, one of the most exciting things you can think about is the neighborhood rivalry. And tonight we're here in the Southview Gymnasium to bring you Lorain's version of the 9th grade rivalry. The visiting boys of Lorain Admiral King versus the homestanding Southview Saints freshmen. I'm Jay Ferguson along with Bob Braskich and producer, cameraman, director Joe Bach for the first of 3 games tonight from the Southview Gymnasium. The freshmen of Admiral King versus the freshmen of Southview. Bob?
Well, Jay, I love freshman basketball. And what we're going to be looking for here offensively is, unselfish play, first open man getting the basketball, have their shots improved, because there's a big difference between the physical ability to shoot the basketball from 8th grade through the 9th grade season. On defense, we're looking for things like, are you in a good stance? Are you in the proper defensive position when you're in a help situation? And most importantly, good sportsmanship and unselfish play. And before we go any further, and I know we just have a second, I want to thank Joe Bach and Channel 20, because I can't think, Jay, of any other community that has freshman basketball and JV basketball on their cable outlet, and I just think this is a tremendous opportunity for the kids.
This is outstanding, and it's, as I say, the first of 3 tonight, 3 more Wednesday night when the girls will play a triple header at Admiral King. We'll be back with freshman basketball tip-off right after this message.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured. Looking for the right color, the right style, the right price for your floor coverings? Well, you can find them all at Ted's Floor Coverings, the only place you need to shop for affordable custom flooring. Whether you're looking for area rugs, carpeting, laminates, ceramic, or marble, you'll enjoy browsing through one of the largest showrooms in Northeast Ohio. Their talented staff will even help with your design questions. Ted's is proud to showcase the Kathy Ireland Shades of America collection. Shop at Ted's Floor Covering, 668 Broadway, downtown Lorain, a local company committed to our community. Ted Kalo, President.
Southview Gymnasium, tip-off of the freshman game, 52-42, Matt Moore, and 30, Maurice Nieves. Jump center, Admiral King controls the ball with Darrell Williams at the point. 54 is Tyrell Holly. Down in the corner, that's Matt Toth. And knocked away, and here comes Southview controlling the ball with 32, Evan Nieto in the lane, knocked away, and the Saints will recover and control. 3 ball on the way from Drew Laurenti is short, and here come the Admirals. That's Darrell Williams. He gets it off on the wing to Tim Taylor. He's guarded by number 20, Michael Hannibal, the one Saint we had yet to identify.
2 turnovers in the first 2 possessions for the Admirals, Jay. Usually in freshman basketball, the team that turns it over least wins.
Well, there's 2 more.
Well,
and the officials, as much as anything, to control the pace of the game a little bit here, have a loose ball foul. And the first foul is going to be on Tyrell Holly of the Admirals in that loose ball situation.
Jay, and one of the rules in freshman basketball when you're running an offense is the first open man has to get the ball right now. And of course, just watching the Admirals at the other end, you can't fight pressure. If you're being denied, you have to back cut in their little pass and cut offense. First open man gets the basketball.
Evan Nieto, and now this is Deshaun Lawson off the Southview bench. 20 is Hannibal. Into the lane, nice jump stop. Pass is too low and behind Nieto, but it was a good look, Bob.
Not a bad idea, and in a spread offense, as Southview's running, they're running a pass and cut also. When you penetrate and draw help, you look to dish, and that was the right idea.
And the first thing I saw that I liked was the jump stop, as the
go.
Admirals control against the box press of Southview. 42, James Woods, down underneath, knocked away by Nieves. And here come the Saints again. This is Hannibal. Hannibal into the lane, kicks it out, and this is Laurenti. Nieto, back to Hannibal, 15-footer.
Pretty good right there. Nice job by the Saints, reversing the basketball, kind of a little secondary break situation. Well done.
This is Matt Moore against the Saint pressure. In the middle, he gets it ahead to Williams. Pass is too long for Holly and controlled by Toth. Matt Toth with a 15-footer. Nope. Drew Laurenti comes, and the Saints will push. I think both of these programs are going to a more up-tempo style than we're used to.
Absolutely, and offensively, both programs and both of these teams are running a spread offense where they're passing, cutting, and filling. And what that does, Jay, is it gets everybody involved, so you don't have kids, posted up and not developing their skills. This is an offense that's a skill development kind of an offense.
Saints again handling or pressing, and the Admirals handling it. Toth in the forecourt. And this is Taylor. Taylor penetrates, pulls up at the volleyball line, off the glass, and we're tied at 2. Again, Bob, nice under-controlled penetration move.
Right.
This is Drew Laurenti for the Saints. 3-ball on the way, but first to travel, and he did shuffle him. A lot of officials at any level will let that go on a shot.
Especially at the freshman level. And we've got a timeout on the floor by Coach Clark.
And it'll be a 20-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. 4:46 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 2.
Jay, I noticed, and you have very accurately mentioned that on that last possession by King that, and Southview too, came to a nice one-count stop. They didn't take the dribble too far when they penetrated the defense, and that's one of the keys. Freshman players have a tendency to want to take it too far and force something at the rim, and both of the teams thus far have demonstrated pretty good patience and they're under control. And again, they didn't take the dribble too far.
But one of the things that I know, knowing the two coaching staffs as well as I do, is that they've both been doing this a couple of years, and now they're very comfortable with what they are trying to do, and they realize the things that we talk about that are important in a freshman program.
And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for fundamentals.
This is Williams as the Saints trap in the half court. Nieves comes up with a steal, 1-on-2, penetrates in the lane and turns it over. Outlet to Toth. Toth with the right hand.
Done. Good speed, too, with the basketball.
4-2 Admirals. Here comes Hannibal for the Saints. Hannibal jump stops, looks across. 17-footer on the way from Lawson is no, and the rebound is controlled by Moore. Darrell Williams pushes into the trap and out of it. The Saints are...
Well... Traps, guys, I know you're going to be watching the game. Never dribble into a trap. Always back off your dribble. Try to stretch the defense. And again, first open man has to get the basketball.
Cody Buckholz into the Admiral King lineup. That foul was on Deshaun Lawson. One of the things that Brian Corey has brought to the Southview program is a very aggressive, trapping defensive kind of style that I think he'd be the first to tell you he borrowed from Coach Kevin Mackey.
Absolutely.
Nice jump stop there, and Michael Hannibal has 4 points and the game's tied.
That couple of years when Kevin was around Lorain and we spent a lot of time together, we all learned a lot from Kevin and had a lot of fun too.
Another steal off the trap. Lawson jump stops, decides to take one. Nope, and we'll go the other way with the tool man, Tim Taylor.
Well, the Admirals are very fortunate. That's their 6th turnover or 7th turnover by my mental count, and the score is tied 4-4.
Matt Toth got going a little faster than the ball wanted to there and got called for palming. Something you don't see too much of anymore. But I saw it 2 or 3 times this afternoon in college games, so maybe that's something that's becoming more of a point of emphasis. This is Hannibal.
Well, Jay, everybody wants to see the crossover dribble. so it doesn't get called.
Maurice Nieves. Mid-range jumper for 2, 6'4" Saints. As the Admirals handle against pressure with Moore. Knocked away, but Moore recovers. And a whistle and a foul, and I think we're going to get Drew Lorain.
Okay. Guys, you can't dribble through the press necessarily. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But when they're running at you and they're reaching and grabbing, there are people open. Get the basketball pass to the first open man up the floor.
Roberto Alvarado, Eric Eichels into the Admiral lineup. As the Admirals will trigger on the baseline. This is Alvarado into Buckholz, up top, Toth. They swing it around to Taylor. Taylor guarded by Nieto, penetrates. Left-handed jumper from the foul line is off. Cody Buckholz comes down with the rebound and back out to Toth.
Pretty nice defense here by the Saints, Jay.
Laurenti knocks it away, looks ahead to Nieves. Good recovery by Taylor for the Admirals. And again, a deflection in the backcourt. Another deflection, and the Saints control. That's Maurice Nieves, and he'll stick the 15-footer. He's got 4, and it's 8-4. Roberto Alvarado handles against pressure. I think one of the things that the Saints do very well is if you're someone that your coach doesn't want to be dribbling the ball, the Saints will invite you to.
Right, and it looks, Jay, and I haven't seen the Saints play, and I'm not sure if you have, but it looks like, are they trapping a first pass every time down, either side of the floor?
In the half court they are.
Right, and then jumping into the passing lanes.
And that foul was on Matt Toth, which gives Corey Martinez an opportunity to get into the ball game for the Saints. Nieves will inbound to Hannibal at half court. 2:25 to go, first quarter, 8-4 Southview. 32 is Nieto. In the lane, nice cut by Laurenti, left-hand layup. Nope, but he's going to get a couple of throws.
Nice job by the Saints. Sharp curl cut, spread the floor, come off a pick. Very well done. I'm very, you know, they're not on defense, but we have a moment. I'm impressed with the stance of the Saints defenders and their positioning when they're not on the basketball thus far. Very good.
Drew Laurenti will shoot 2 from the line. Don't know how much he's going to play today. He's begun dressing JV and playing quite a bit for the junior varsity Saints. His brother's a member of the varsity. 9-4 Southview as Laurenti gets set for the second. 2:18 to go, first quarter. Very nice rotation on that free throw. Got them both 10-4. This is Matt Toth ahead from Buckholz, and Toth controls with Laurenti. Toth into the lane. One too many. One too many before the jump stop, says the official, and will go the other way. Coach John Winborn up directing a little traffic in front of the Southview bench. The Admirals' pressure is man-to-man. Knocked away by Buckholz, and will do it again.
Well, where the Saints pressure is a box press, and they're looking to get traps, or either just before or just after the 10-second lines. The King press is a man-to-man, front everywhere, and have a center fielder.
Well, and they brought a center fielder up into the half court now. Again, knocked away by Cody Buckholz. And if this were a football game, we'd have had a first down, and we're moving it up the side here. Nieves again to trigger. Into the forecourt, Nieto kicks it ahead. Corey Martinez lifts it up and in. Corey Martinez with 2, 12-4 Southview. In the backcourt, this is Alvarado against Nieves. Drew Laurenti. Nieto, Nieves, right hand, nope, whistle, foul. That was a nice headman pass there.
Right. That's what we talk about. First open man up the floor, getting the basketball. And the Admirals are having major difficulty against this trapping box press by the Saints.
Maurice Nieves at the line shooting 2. First toss on the way in good. He's got 5, and it's 13-4 Southview with 1:51 to go, first quarter. Nieves' second toss on the way. You know, one of the things that I've noticed here and that I watch for a lot in young basketball players is the form on the shot, and I've seen some very good form. You can tell that these coaches are teaching how to shoot the basketball.
And at the freshman level, you should be shooting the basketball about 30 to 35 minutes a game. It is the key. And good freshman teams can shoot above 40%, by the way.
Nieves off the glass, no. Rebound is Hannibal, but he loses it. Here comes Buckholz. That last timeout got Matt Moore back into the ball game, along with 54 Terrell Holly for the Admirals, as the whistle on the Saints. number 22, Drew Laurenti, his second. And Admiral King will trigger on the baseline, but first we'll get Rick Shawver into the ball game. And the Admiral King substitution is Brandon Alexander.
But, you know, as far as shooting, Jay, you're absolutely correct, because at this level and at this age, 14 years old, 15 years old, you should now have the physical strength to develop a good fundamental shot. Up to this point in time, it was very difficult because the kids just didn't have the strength to shoot it properly.
Shawver steps in front of the entry pass, and here come the Saints. Hannibal, down low, Martinez, and he
traveled
too
with the
many.
basketball.
Minute 20 to go first quarter. Southview 13, Admiral King 4. As Matt Moore will inbound against the Southview pressure. This is Brandon Alexander back to Moore. Moore will walk it up.
Okay, much better that time.
Darrell Williams.
There you go.
Nice pass ahead. Alexander.
Good job.
Basket. 13-6. That ended a long drought for the Admirals. This is Maurice Nieves. One of the things that neither of these teams is going to do is be slave to position. Maurice Nieves jumped center for the Saints and brought the ball up the court that time. That was Evan Nieto, and he's going to get a couple of free throws for his effort as the foul is called on Alexander, his first, and that's now 5 on the Admirals. But Evan Nieto, 5'9", of course, 9th grader, will go to the line.
He's one of the team tri-captains, averaging 8 points a game. 16 three-pointers this year. Played some JV basketball and also plays baseball.
And he's left-handed. That's something every coach loves to see. John Carney into the lineup again for the Saints as Corey Martinez takes a seat. Nieto's second toss on the way and in. 14-6 Southview, 53 ticks to go. Okay. Alexander, Moore, cross to the Admirals, break the pressure to Williams. Down low, Alexander again.
Twice. Last 2 times down, they broke the pressure to get a good...
And hit the diagonal.
Right.
38 seconds to go. 14-8 Southview. Nieto holds. This is Shawver. Shawver underneath the basket, powers it up too hard. Moore controls. Here come the Admirals with 25 ticks. Williams into the lane. Jump stop. Lost control, recovered. Alexander. Holly's shot, no. Rebound, back up, no. Here come the Saints with 10. This is Nieto. Nieto, one-hand bounce pass, Nieves. Nope. Whistle, foul, Evan Nieto. 5.8 seconds to go first quarter. Evan Nieto's first foul, 4th on the Saints. Matt Moore will trigger against pressure for Southview. I would think that Southview will just want to make them catch the ball coming forward here. This is Holly in the middle. Williams knocked away. Alexander controls down on the sideline. Whistle, no. Cody Buckles didn't get it off in time. So we've played 1 quarter in the triple header battle of Lorain. Southview 14, Lorain Admiral King 8. We'll be back with more right after this.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
John Carney looks to start the second quarter ahead to Maurice Nieves. Bounce pass, and Shawver takes it into the lane. Back out to Nieves. 10-footer off the front rim. No. Rebound batted around and finally controlled. This is Blake Jamerson for the Admirals into the lane.
Got away with that one.
Head down and got one. Whistle. And the timeout is because we had some glasses knocked loose. 14-10 Southview as Jamerson opens the second quarter for the Admirals with a driving layup.
Okay, now the center fielder for the Admirals has to get a lot more alert there. Look to anticipate as they throw over the defense.
Knocked away, and Jamerson gets his hand on the pass, knocked away from Carney. The Saints will control again on the baseline, but now it's a spot violation. It may not sound like much, Bob, but
it is, because you can't run that baseline. Makes an entry pass much more difficult.
Hannibal gets it over the top, bounce pass, sneak. Evan Nieto sneaks a layup in the side door, 16-10 Southview.
Okay, now don't run out of the middle against this press, Admirals. And they do.
Holly has the ball. Jamerson in the middle, penetrates into the lane, bounce pass on the diagonal, knocked away, controlled by Nieves, out to Carney. Carney looks to push but doesn't have numbers. Good decision, bad execution. Nieves loses the pass and Admiral King turns it right back over. This is Michael Hannibal, 3-on-1. Whistle.
Oh, an NBA continuation. Oh, that's a good call. He was in the act of shooting, no doubt. And Jay, in high school basketball, and I've talked to a number of officials, that continuation thing is something they're much more like the professional level now. If you're in the onset of shooting the basketball, you're going to go to the line.
Well, Hannibal missed the three-point attempt, but Shawver ended up with the ball, and he's going to get a couple on a whistle underneath. And that's on 42, Matt Moore. That's looks like the 8th team foul on the Admirals. So Southview's going to go to the line quite a bit this quarter. Guess only the 7th. This is Rick Shawver. Rick, first one front rim. No, Rick had a big finish to a game against Lakewood this year. Scored with on a tip-in with about a second left to give the Saints a 1-point victory over the Freshmen Rangers.
Rick's 5'11".
Back of the rim, no. Nieves takes it away, though. Air ball on the layup. Shawver back up, no. Tipped around. Controlled by the Admirals. This is taken away by Nieves.
Good back pressure.
Evan Nieto, 3-ball. Nope. Off the top in the pipe, and the Admirals will control.
But as you mentioned, Rick Shawver also plays football, Jay. He had a double-double against Lakewood, 14 points and 10 rebounds, and hit the game-winning shot.
Big Dwayne Hunter, number 54, into the lineup for the Saints. He's their tallest player at 6'3". This is Moore. He will control. Holly. As I say, Southview pressure
is taking its toll.
It's also identified the people that the Admirals may not want to control the ball, and that's who's having to bring it up. As Nieto is whistled for his second foul, the 6th on the Saints, and Admiral King will trigger underneath with Moore.
Well, I'm very impressed with the Saints defense thus far. And again, I'm looking for fundamentals, positioning off the ball, stance, and the little wrinkle of trapping and running into the pass, jumping into the passing lanes is very effective at the freshman level. 24,
John Herring into the lineup for the first time for Southview. Cody Buckles returns for the Admirals. Pass is knocked away. Hannibal controls, and here come the Saints 3-on-2 if they hurry. Maurice Nieves. Blast, no. Rebound knocked away. Hannibal controls outside the arc. Nieves, 18-footer, no. Rebound is Alexander, and he gets it ahead to Toth. Toth into the lane, jump stop, 10-footer. Back, no. Moore has it, lost it, got it back. Whistle, jump ball.
Jay, this is your home gym. When a ball ricochets off the rim and hits or glances off the guy wire there, what is the exact call here?
It's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds. I have seen so many situations here where that ball hits that guy wire and there isn't any call. It's out of bounds for the defensive team, obviously.
Matt Moore will trigger. The play is up picks, and this is Cody Buckles to Matt Toth. Matt Toth well behind the arc.
Nice stroke for the 3.
He's got 5, 18-13 Southview. This is Michael Hannibal. He controls against Toth as they come into the forecourt. Admiral's looking to trap maybe a little spontaneously there. Carney underneath, knocked away, and John Herring is going to go to the line.
I'm just impressed how in transition or when Southview breaks the press, how unselfishly they pass the basketball.
I missed that foul, but I do know that we're going to go to the line with number 24, John Herring, who's got 2 sisters on the girls' basketball team. They're playing this evening in Warrensville.
John's 5'10", the younger brother of former Southview player Jeff Hughes. His favorite teacher is Mr. Scott, and he also plays football.
Mr. Scott, where do I know that name from?
We'll be seeing him later this evening.
That'll be in his alter ego of Coach Scott.
Yes.
Of the Admirals. John Herring clunked the first one, looking for the second one. Front rim, no. Rebound. Hunter kicks it back to Herring. Herring controls, kicks it out to Hannibal, cross to Carney. Baseline Herring, passed up the 10-footer, head fake.
Well done.
Little jump hook for 2. 20-13 Southview. Alexander and Moore in the backcourt. Back to Alexander. He controls baseline. Pass underneath Eric Eichels. Outside Toth. That time, no. John Herring with the rebound. Toth anticipated the outlet pass, knocked it away, but it was off Hannibal last, and the Admirals will control. More subs. Deshaun Lawson back for Southview. Roberto Alvarado and Tim Taylor back for the Admirals, and Alvarado will inbound as he calls the line play. Smacks the ball, the Admirals break, and it's outside to Toth. Toth penetrates.
Nice
12-footer, no rebound, is kicked around and out now to Hannibal. Hannibal's got Big Hunter ahead of him. Pass may have been too long.
Nice play.
Cody
Good
Buckles
recovery.
knocked it away and saved it, and here come the Admirals. Taylor at the arc, in low to Eichels, had it, lost it, whistle.
Okay,
Jump
guys,
ball.
make the easy pass. Don't force the basketball.
Bob, what's the most important skill, overlooked skill for young players?
In my opinion?
Well, no, in my opinion.
Oh, in your opinion.
Passing and catching.
Passing and catching, obviously.
I think in everybody's
And that's why, you know, good full court pressure or half court pressure, just good sound defense exploits those weaknesses.
Saints into the half court offense. This is Lawson. Now this is Hannibal. Way outside, and they're just not getting anything done. John Carney, 3-ball, too long. Rebound will go the other way with Eichels and Taylor. Matt Toth will control. Both teams kind of have settled down a little bit and are trying to get some stuff done in the half court now, Bob. This is Toth.
There you
through
go.
The double team. Alvarado, baseline 18-footer, no. Rebound. Taylor just outworked Southview for that one. Toth from behind the arc.
Toth has
another
a nice looking shot, and I like how hard he plays. I'm watching him, and he's really scrappy.
John Herring's inbound pass is too long, knocked away. Out of bounds by Eric Eichels, and Southview will control right in front of the Admiral King bench. 2:59 to go, second quarter, and if I know Coach Winborn, there was a substitution there, and he's going to have somebody different inbound in the ball the next time. This is John. Maurice Nieves was back for the Saints, and he's got the ball. Versus Toth. Nieves up top, whistle, 5-second call.
5-second call. Toth thought he was going to get called for the reach, but well done. Head on the basketball, step slide, good.
And when you get a 5-second call in a situation like that, it's as much your teammates' fault as it is yours.
Exactly, because they're not making themselves available.
Toth will bring it up, 2016. This is as close as the Admirals have been in some time. Looks like a 1-3-1 look for the Saints. Penetration in the lane by Taylor, kicked it back out. This is Buckles, long. Moore, whistle, foul. Matt Moore will go to the line and shoot 2 as that foul is on white 54, Dwayne Hunter, his first. Moore at the line, 2016 Southview, looking for his first point of the game. And he's got the first one. That gets Corey Martinez back up off the Southview bench, replacing John Herring. Both teams have played a lot of players, and that's something you really like to see.
Absolutely, at the freshman level.
Because you don't know who's going to develop.
You don't.
Second shot back of the rim, no. Hunter, Nieves. Back to Hunter. Pass too tall for Carney, and it's out in the lobby.
You know, Jay, I coached freshman basketball for a long time, and I could name a whole bunch of kids who were in my 9, 8, 10, 11, 12 that ended up being very productive varsity players.
Rick Shawver for the Saints, Darrell Williams for the Admirals return. The Admirals seem to maybe have solved this box press. Oh, just as I say that, they throw it away.
Well, they didn't make the easy pass, and they had nobody cutting in the middle of that pass. On the weak side, you want to cut to the middle and then look where you came from.
Carney had it, got knocked to the ground. 52 is Taylor, and Carney will go to the line and shoot 1-and-1.
John Carney's 5'4", straight A's for the past 4 years, Jay. His favorite teacher is also Mr. Scott, currently shooting 45% from the three-point line.
You know, it's been the kids at Southview have had a lot of fun with a little back and forth banner with Coach Scott this week. It's been good, and he's been very good-natured, and he's it's not a coincidence that these kids are listing him as their favorite teacher, because he's a wonderful teacher. Darrell Williams at the top. Now this is Toth. Toth 3-ball on the way. Nope. Rebound knocked away, stolen by the Admirals, and Eric Eichel's going to get a couple of free throws as he knocked it away from Lawson and went up. 2:05 to go first half. Deshaun Lawson's second foul will send Eric Eichels to the line. 2017 Southview as the Admirals look to further cut into this lead.
Well, Eric says his favorite teacher is Mr. Knowles, social studies at Lorain Admiral King.
First toss was too long. He'll look to split the pair. Admiral King performing much better in this quarter.
Right.
Second shot also long. Rebound controlled by Shawver. And here comes Lawson. Whistle, timeout, White. Coach John Winborn, one of my former players, whistled for that timeout. He wants a 20-second timeout to talk it over. Bob, first quarter, 14-8 Southview. Second quarter, Admiral King cut the deficit to 3 right now. What's been the big difference for you?
You know, the Admirals in their first 6 possessions, I believe, had 5 turnovers and only had 1 shot. And I think the difference has been they're turning it over less. They're not as bothered by the Saints' pressure, and they're getting some shots off. And their defense has improved. It looks like they're playing a little bit harder than at the start of the game.
And speaking of high performance, Bob, if you're an employee of the Lorain Board of Education or an employer's family member, you're eligible for the lowest rates, the best products, and the friendliest service in banking with the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Speak with us about a membership today and start reaping the rewards of membership with the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. That's 282-4600. Give Neil Summers and his friendly staff a call. Rick Shawver on the baseline has it knocked away with 1:55 to go, and the Saints will trigger there. They're going to run the fist play. Martinez looks to trigger, gets it into Shawver.
It's a foul. Oops.
Eichels controls, and here come the Admirals. Williams spins up, no rebound. The Admirals are just controlling the boards. Taylor, no rebound. The ball and 2 or 3 players out of bounds, and it'll stay at the Admirals' way. And that will get number 42, James Woods, off the Southview bench.
Again, I'm liking more and more how both teams are looking to pass the basketball. Now, many times their pass is a second late, so it gets intercepted, but the thought is pretty good.
Eichels, 10-foot set shot. It's only 8 feet away. Saved under their own basket. Nieves blocked by Shawver. Shawver controls.
Jump ball, no.
Reach in, and will walk to the other end of the floor.
And who's going to the line, Jay?
Rick Shawver back to the line. Foul is 42, Matt Moore. His second. Rick Shawver, 2 unsuccessful throws a minute ago. With 1:26 to go here in the second quarter, he'll look to expand that Southview 3-point lead. You know, Bob, there's been a lot of ebb and flow in the way this game has been played, but one of the things I'm really, really pleased to see is the patience of these 2 gentlemen on the sidelines. There's been a lot of coaching going on, and instruction, and enthusiastic.
Right.
You know, there hasn't been
absolutely.
There hasn't been any talk about what has happened, only about what's going to happen. Shawver split the pair, 21-17 Southview.
Really, the score is a bit of a surprise. The Saints came in with a 6-2 record, I believe, and the Admirals have only won 3 times thus far this year.
Front rim, no rebound. The Admirals have dominated the boards here in the second quarter. Darrell Williams down low to Holly in the lane. Williams penetrates, jump stop off 1 foot, then no rebound. Knocked away, whistle, foul. Go to the other end. James Woods is going to shoot 2 as the foul is on Matt Moore.
As I look over these short bios, Jay, I'm seeing a lot of good report cards here, and James Woods is one, 5'11", honor roll student the first semester.
Well, I think one of the things that both of these coaches have emphasized is the student athlete. I know Coach Scott.
Oh.
I know Coach Scott when he was here as the JV coach last year. Really pushed the players along with Coach Corey about academics, and I know he's done the same thing this fall at Admiral King. The emphasis, the student athlete, the emphasis on student. 22-17 Southview as the Admirals come across with Matt Toth. Now they look to be 2-3 Southview. This is Holly playing on the wing.
Well, I'd interchange and put Toth on the weak side, reverse the ball to him, and let it fly.
Mr. Holly dribbles it off his foot, and Southview will bring it ahead. I can't remember the last Southview basket, Bob. They've had 3 or 4 free throws this quarter, but I can't remember when they score. Whistle. This gym is noted for that kind of move, but usually there's a wrestling mat underneath it. Deshaun Lawson's 3rd foul. Matt Toth will go to the line here for 1-1. 45.1 seconds to go.
Matt says his favorite class is history and his favorite teacher is Mr. Rule. He wants to attend Ohio State. His favorite pro player is LeBron James.
I think there's probably a lot of kids in the Cleveland area that might say that. Just wait, next year this time it'll be Anderson Varejao. Holly rebound back, no whistle as
wow,
Williams.
You're right, Jay, and I didn't feel it the way you're feeling it, but you're right. The Admirals are dominating the glass here.
Rick Shawver gets the foul and will go to the line with Darrell Williams for 2 throws. The difference in the game that I've seen in the second quarter has been the Admiral, the number of attempts.
Right.
Williams first one, side of the rim, no. Now the part of the problem here is that the Admirals have only made 1 free throw. Second shot on its way. Nope. Rebound, and here comes Maurice Nieves for Southview. 36 seconds to go. Hannibal, as they run their little triangle delay. James Woods. And this is Hannibal holding it outside, bounces it off his foot, steps on the midline. A little too casual there.
Well, it's tough at the freshman level to hold the basketball for 30 seconds. It can be done, but it's tough. And in that little triangle, you can't fight pressure. Guys, in any offense, if you're being denied, you have to back cut or curl.
One of the things that you can do in that offense is get too wide away from the middle as those cuts have to curl. Matt Toth, 25 seconds to go. Eichels back to Toth, 20 seconds to go. Admirals against the Southview, 2-3. Toth. 12 seconds to go as Toth gets it to Holly on the wing. Ball knocked away on the cross-court pass. James Woods got a hand on it.
I think a nice little, again, zone offense for the Admirals would be to Toth's up top at the point, enter the basketball, go opposite, revert it, and reverse it to him and let him penetrate or shoot it.
This is Williams. Inside Holly. Volleyball jumper.
Oh,
good.
Nice little shot there.
1 second to go here. Saints have the ball, and that'll end the half. Southview will walk in with the lead, but a tale of 2 quarters there. A lot closer
than we thought.
22 for the freshman Saints, 19 for the freshman Admirals. We'll take timeout, and we'll be back with second half action right after this.
Looking for the right color, the right style, the right price for your floor coverings? Well, you can find them all at Ted's Floor Coverings, the only place you need to shop for affordable custom flooring. Whether you're looking for area rugs, carpeting, laminates, ceramic, or marble, you'll enjoy browsing through one of the largest showrooms in Northeast Ohio. Their talented staff will even help with your design questions. Ted's is proud to showcase the Kathy Ireland Shades of America collection. Shop at Ted's Floor Covering, 668 Broadway, downtown Lorain, a local company committed to our community. Ted Kalo, President. Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help. 7 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now at 36690 Detroit Road in Avon. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
There's this thing going around called sniffing. You think you're getting high, but the dizzy, fuzzy feeling is just what happens when your brain doesn't get oxygen. The chemicals get in the way. So it's like you're not breathing. That's how sniffing causes brain damage and death. So when you think you're sniffing, your brain thinks you're drowning. And your brain is pretty much right.
Jay Ferguson and Bob Raskich, along with producer Joe Bach, back here at Southview Gymnasium. Second half, 9th grade basketball action. Admiral King with Darrell Williams controls. It's 22 Southview, 19 Admiral King. The Saints in a 1-3-1 defense. This is Terrell Holly. Darrell Williams down low, knocked away. Out of bounds. They were trying to get the ball to 42, Matt Moore, as we will reset. Also on the court for the Admirals, number 52, Tim Taylor, and number 12, Matt Toth. Toth, the leading scorer in the game with 8.
There you go.
Starts the second half off with 2. And he's the first player in double figures, and the Admirals within 1. This is Evan Nieto. Nice catch and jump stop. Shot no. Rebound fought for. On the line was number 12, John Carney. Let's reset real quickly. 12 is John Carney, 22, Drew Laurenti, 32 is Evan Nieto. Maurice Nieves is 30, and number 20 is Michael Hannibal for the Saints. Matt Moore against pressure. This is Williams.
And the Admirals can take the lead here, Jay.
Into the lane, whistle. That was kind of one of those plays where you were waiting for a whistle, and it was just looked like it was a count late there. Drew Laurenti is the foul, his 3rd. Underneath, the Admirals will trigger on the inbounds. This is Matt Moore. 22-21 Southview. They've been ahead pretty much the whole way, although I think the Admirals opened the scoring. But since then, it's been pretty much all Southview till now. And as you say, Bob, this is as close as they've been, and they could take the lead. Darrell Williams. Cross to Taylor. Back to Williams. Taken away by Nieves. Nieves pushes against Toth. Right-handed layup. Good.
Nice job by Nieves.
Would have liked to seen it with the left hand, but he made it under pressure. Trap knocked away. Back to Moore now. Holly ahead to Williams. Williams 2-on-1. Didn't hurry. Into the lane and back out. Good decision, and the Admirals will reset. This is Matt Toth. Jumper on the way.
Toth. I'm telling you, Jay, you put him on the weak side, reverse it to him, and let him fly.
He's got 12, 24, 23 Southview. This is Michael Hannibal. Maurice Nieves. Elbow jumper. Nope. Rebound. And here come the Admirals. Darrell Williams will control against Drew Laurenti. This is Tim Taylor. Back to Williams. Back to Terrell Holly against Nieves on the wing. Nowhere to go. Picks up his dribble and gets it out to Williams. Toth against Carney. Whistle, foul, John Carney.
Jay, what defense are the Saints in? Are they in a zone there?
I think they're trying to play a switching man-to-man.
Are they? Okay.
I think they're trying to match up, but then I think that they're switching all screens. Admirals will trigger. Backcourt to Toth with Carney. Now they're man-to-man for sure.
No doubt about that.
Toth in the lane.
Oh, Toth again.
He's got 6 this quarter, and the Admirals have their first lead in a long while, 25-24. Against pressure, whistle. And Hannibal is fouled by 32, Darrell Williams. His first foul, and Southview will have to trigger the inbound. This is Evan Nieto at half court. Michael Hannibal, and here come the Saints. Nobody picks up Hannibal. Now Nieves up top. This is Drew Laurenti, looks to penetrate. The Saints seem to be running a derivation of what they ran in the first half. They were running a pass and cut. Now they're kind of running a pass and stand.
Right, exactly. And it's because they're catching and putting it on the floor, Jay. I mean, you've got to move. This is a constant motion offense. You spread the floor, pass, cut, and fill.
Maurice Nieves had it on a steal for the Saints, and it was knocked away, so Southview will control.
And as many freshmen do, they're catching the ball and they're putting it on the floor. And really, there's only about 3 times in the game that the ball should ever hit the floor. If you're attacking the basket, or if you're advancing it up the floor, if you're using your dribble to get a better passing angle, that's it.
Michael Hannibal into the lane, jump stops, kicks it out to Nieto. 3 ball, nope. Rebound Nieves. Underneath to Drew Laurenti, up and good.
Okay.
Drew Laurenti with his first basket, 4 points to go with the pair of free throws. Darrell Williams, Matt Toth into the lane, jumper up, glass no, rebound tipped around. Holly, volleyball jumper no, rebound whistle. We're going the other way, but I didn't see who it was on. On the rebound, 42, Matt Moore. And by my count, that's 4 fouls on Mr. Moore. And that gets a couple people up off the bench. Number 40 is Eric Eichels. Number 20 is Roberto Alvarado for the Admirals. Number 52 is Rick Shawver for the Saints. 26-25 Southview, 3:53 to go, third quarter. And this is Michael Hannibal against Matt Toth. Hannibal controls, trying to get something started. Drew Laurenti. Laurenti penetrates, looks through the defense. Evan Nieto kicks it out. Maurice Nieves walked into the shot. And we'll go the other way on that travel. That was good ball movement, Bob.
Yeah, it was good ball movement that time. Again, I'd like to see both teams stronger cuts.
Drew Laurenti had the steal, and on the way up got knocked to the deck by Darrell Williams. Laurenti will go back for 2 shots, but Coach Clark would like to talk things over here for 30 seconds.
Jay, were you going to a commercial there?
Well, let me just
right
tell
ahead.
you, Bob, that if you're a member of the Lorain Board of Education or employees family member, the Lorain School Employees Credit Union is the place for you. At the Lorain School Employees Credit Union, we're looking forward to putting you in the driver's seat, thanks to our super low rates on auto loans. So before you visit the dealer, visit us. We'll help you get pre-approved so you know exactly how much you have to spend, plus help you lock in the lowest interest rate in town. Give Neil and Kathy a call. Lorain School Employees Credit Union, 282-4600.
Well, Jay, my point was going to be, as you move up the ladder from 7th to 8th to 9th to finally varsity basketball, you're no longer going to be able to walk around and catch the basketball whenever you want to. Teams are playing much better defense. They're playing a little bit harder here, and I think both teams have to make stronger cuts to the basketball. And then again, as we say all the time, if you don't get it, you have to either curl or you have to back cut and create another offensive situation for another teammate. But you can't stand, but your cuts have to be strong.
Drew Laurenti's first of 2 up and good. 27-25 Southview. Second one on its way very nicely into the hoop. He's got 6. The lead's back to 3 for the Saints. This is Darrell Williams against Laurenti. He pulls it out. We'll go back up top, but Maurice Nieves knocks it down. 1-on-2, jump stop, glass no, whistle, foul.
Okay. I just sense in this half the Saints have cranked their defense up a bit, and I think we're starting to see the product of that.
Well, Bob, as we talked a little bit at halftime, you know, the Saints were very productive on the pressure. If you don't score, you can't press, and they had trouble putting the biscuit in the basket in the second quarter.
Right. But Jay, as you know, I mean, you can still crank up the heat and create plenty of turnovers in the half court.
Nieves, first of 2 up and in. He's got 8 now. The lead is 4 and 5 as Nieves hits a pair. Bob, if this game stays the way it is, the Saints are prospering from the foul line where the Admirals are not. Maurice Nieves back out to Drew Laurenti. 3-ball from way out. Nope. Nieto looked to save, but it hit the baseline. And Big Terrell Holly will return for the Admirals.
You know, and once again, turnovers are the key. Good freshman basketball teams will turn the basketball over 12, 13, 14 times a game and will force twice that many.
Tim Taylor ahead to Darrell Williams. Back to Holly. Matt Toth on the wing, open for 3, too long. Rebound Laurenti. Controls against 2 Admirals, gets knocked to the deck and will get a whistle. And it's on number 40, Eric Eichels. His first. That's 5 already against the Admirals this quarter. And Evan Nieto comes back to inbound the ball. Nieto, Drew Laurenti. He brings it up against Darrell Williams.
See, I'd like to see the Admirals center fielder have more of a lateral effect in the game, moving from side to side, stopping just that dribble. That's a center fielder's job.
Darrell Williams maybe a little out of control going across the lane. Whistle on the rebound, and I think Mr. Shawver was rebounding from the second row. He gets a foul, his second. Will stay down here as that's the third against the Saints. Terrell Holly will inbound. 2:40 to go, third quarter, 30-25 Southview. Looks to get it in and does so. Eichels.
Oh, now that's a tough call. Jay, what are you calling there?
I don't have a whistle, Bob.
That's a tough one.
Rick Shawver gets his third. Eichels made a very aggressive move to the basket. Probably would be coached to stop and take the open 8-footer rather than to attack to the and leave the decision in the official's hands. How about if we put it that way?
There you go.
One of those coaches was going to be unhappy there.
Now, Jay, I have seen the ball hit that guy wire about 5 times since we've talked about it.
Didn't hit it that time.
It didn't hit it?
No.
Then maybe it's my eyesight.
Antonio Sanchez off the Southview bench for the first time.
I'm going to point it out next time.
It bounces frequently.
Right. Maybe that's what I'm seeing.
This is Maurice Nieves against Terrell Holly. Went by him like he wasn't there. Got it off the glass, and no. Rebound, no. Rebound controlled by Holly. He gets it ahead, but Drew Lorain anticipated. Back inbounds, and this is Michael Hannibal. As a rugby game broke out all of a sudden, Bob. Maurice Nieves against Matt Toth. Evan Nieto on the wing. Nice look, Drew Laurenti. Whistle. Laurenti's going to go back to the line.
Well, just a good cut from the weak side. And when you're playing man-to-man defense, if you're in the proper position, you should almost be at mid-court there, and that shouldn't happen. And then, of course, the other key is there, and it's one of my pet peeves, is when you're playing defense, never let the man that you're guarding cut across your face.
Drew Laurenti is back to the line. His first miss now in 5 attempts. Bob, at the half, Admiral King was 1 of 7 from the line. Southview a little bit warmer at 6 of 16, but 4 of 5 thus far in the third quarter for the Saints.
Well, a good shooting for percentage for freshman boys, Jay, is right around 55%.
Well, the important thing there is to get your good shooters to the line. Darrell Williams, 3-on-1, hesitation dribble, up.
Wow, nice move.
Very nice. He's in the books with his first 2, 31-27. Southview. This is Michael Hannibal. Maurice Nieves, foul line jumper, wide left. Darrell Williams controls and brings it ahead for the Admirals. Matt Toth from the foul line, long rebound, run down in the corner by Toth. This is Holly. Darrell Williams penetrates into the lane.
Wow.
8-footer, no. Rebound back up,
wow.
no. They are letting them play. This is Drew Laurenti ahead to Maurice Nieves. No whistle, rebound, no. Minute 18 to go. Lots of action, no results here in the last 45 seconds.
Never pick up your dribble.
He gets it knocked away from Terrell Holly. There's a buzzer. Cody Buckholz and Blake Jamerson into the Admiral lineup. Both teams get a chance to catch their breath and maybe regroup a little bit here, Bob.
You know, Jay, you mentioned it earlier in the game, and I know all these players will be watching the broadcast, so we throw things out there from time to time. Never pick up your dribble, fellas, unless you have an outlet pass. What happens is, obviously, you lose your dribble, and the defense denies, and you've got nowhere to go.
John Carney returns for the Saints. This is Drew Laurenti, down low. Sanchez. No, wild shot because he was behind the glass. Laurenti in the lane has it knocked away.
Look out.
Scrum. Whistle. And we'll stay at the Southview end of the
scrum.
Southview will look to inbound. This is Maurice Nieves. Nieves. Baseline Nieto. Nieto penetrates, kicks out to Laurenti. Laurenti penetrates into the lane. Wild shot, no. Admiral King back to that dominance on the board. Jamerson cross to Eichels. Ahead to Buckholz against Carney. This is Holly, and he's fouled by Drew Laurenti.
Well, Jay, you know, you say dominance, and I think both teams, I'm watching both teams when a shot goes up. Offensive players, with the exception of the point guard or somebody the coach designates to get back, should be crashing the boards. And I see a lot of offensive players watching the ball and not reacting. There's plenty of second shot opportunities to be had.
Terrell Holly misses the first at the line. Chase Haynes into the Southview lineup for the first time, replacing Drew Lorenzi, who sits down with 4 fouls. Holly, 31-27 Southview. Holly's second on the way and in. 31-28. This is Nieto. Nieto pulls it up.
Good cut.
Nieves down low.
Well done. That was well done by the Saints. Very well done.
Antonio Sanchez, the beneficiary of that. Cross-court pass knocked away by Nieves.
And the other thing I can see that Coach Winborn does is he really coaches his kids off the ball to anticipate and run through the passing lane. Nice job.
Coach Scott, in conversation with him this week, pointed out to me what a good job that they did of that. This is Eichels against Nieves, knocked away on the sideline, taken away by Nieves. Whistle knocked out of bounds, and Southview will control.
18 seconds left in the third quarter.
33-28. Lots of action.
Lots of action. Will they try to hold it here?
First, they got to get it in. And they do to Chase Haynes. Haynes against pressure to Nieves. Nieves, volleyball line, 8-footer glass.
Good job off the window. Well done.
He's into double figures for Southview with 6 seconds to go. It's 35-28. Eichels has the ball down in the corner. Alexander back to Eichels.
Oh, they didn't know the clock situation.
The concept was good.
Yeah, it was.
The execution was a little bit late, and as you say, Bob, it's because they didn't know it. End of the third quarter, 35 for Southview, 28 for the Admirals. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
It may be January cold outside, but it's heating up in the Southview gym. Fourth quarter action, 35-28 Southview as Matt Toth controls for the Admirals. This is Darrell Williams against Evan Nieto. Tim Taylor penetrates, foul line.
Wow, he does that well.
Volley no, rebound tipped around on the floor, and Evan Nieto runs it down in the corner, gets it ahead to Nieves. Nieves penetrates in, crazy 10-footer off the glass, goes the other way. Toth has it, picks up the dribble, is trapped, gets it over to Williams. Williams down the baseline, shot up by Taylor, too short. And Brandon Alexander is going to be whistled for a foul, and we're going to walk to the other end and shoot free throws, Bob.
And who's at the line for the Saints, Jay?
I believe that it's going to be John Carney, who was 0-1 in the first half at the line. And it is going to be John Carney. 6:23 to go, 35-28. You know, a little editorializing there on the crazy shot comment, Bob. But well, with a 7-point lead, I don't know if that's where you want to go.
Right, exactly. And you're absolutely right, Jay. And the players are going to be watching. Guys, you have to take good shots with the basketball.
Carney makes it an 8-point lead as he gets in the book with his first point. Looks for the second. On the way, good. John Carney hits a pair from the line. 37-28. Southview back quietly out to a 9-point lead. That pass too long for Brandon Alexander. And the pressure is back on a little bit.
Right, the pressure's back on, and in the half court, the Admirals are having a difficult time once they do get into recognizing what the Saints are doing defensively, because the Saints have changed defenses a couple times here.
Chase Haynes, corner jumper. Antonio Sanchez off the bench with 4 points, and I think this is the biggest lead for either team at 11. Alexander, glass no, Sanchez foul, and Alexander will go to the line and shoot 2. Now both teams will be shooting for the rest of the game. Brandon Alexander.
Brandon Alexander, Jay. Now, we must have some real crack social studies teachers in both buildings, because all of these players are saying their social studies teacher, Mr. Brzezowski, is his favorite teacher over at the Admiral.
First on the way for Brandon. He's got 5, 39-29. Second toss on the way, no. Rebound batted around, and Maurice Nieves will control for the Saints. Nieves knocked away. Matt Toth, good anticipation. Jump stop, partially blocked in the lane. Toth runs it down.
Pass the basketball there, Toth. You missed an open man.
Holly.
Don't force anything.
This is Darrell Williams. Back to Matt Toth. Toth penetrates. Elbow jumper, no. Rebound knocked around. Evan Nieto gets it out to John Carney. Matt Toth knocks it away from behind. Whistle.
Well,
later that same day.
I appreciate Toth's hustle and effort out there, but I think they could get that shot anytime. And if there's any confusion down at the other end about what the other team's doing defensively, run your man-to-man offense.
Well, Toth has been the offensive load for Southview. He's got 14 of their 29, and I think
for the Admirals, right?
For the Admirals, and I think he's putting a little bit of pressure on himself to bring them back. John Carney, first toss, no. Holly with the rebound. Out to Williams, and here come the Admirals. Well, that's Taylor, excuse me. This is Williams. Penetrates, jump stop, up over Sanchez. Glass,
well done.
yes.
I like the way both Williams and Taylor can break a defense down off the dribble and pass the basketball when they draw help.
Chase Haynes stripped by Toth. Darrell Williams ahead into the lane. Volleyball jumper up. Nope. Rebound taken away by Taylor. Rebound again. Nieto off the deck. And we'll have a jump ball.
Point blank, the Admirals could have jumped right back in it.
39-31, but just a minute ago it was 39-28. Substitution is Michael Hannibal and Deshaun Lawson. Saints put a new backcourt into the lineup. Evan Nieto will trigger against man-to-man pressure for the Admirals. And this is Maurice Nieves.
Center fielder, where are you?
Deshaun Lawson, trap is at half court. Cody Buckles, whistle, reach-in foul is called.
Good call, that's a foul, good call.
That's not the spot to pick up the dribble. Cody Buckles is going to get that foul. To the line is going to go Deshaun Lawson, who's yet to score. 4:54 to go in this quarter. That's the 9th foul on the Admirals, so Southview's going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way, Bob.
Deshaun, Jay, perfect attendance for the school year thus far. On a roll again, first grading period. Also plays football.
Brandon Alexander got the outlet pass. Maurice Nieves snuck into his line of vision, and Brandon's feet got going before the dribble did. Traveling, and the Saints will retain possession. One of these two teams needs to seize control of the momentum here and decide whether or not we're going to have a close one or not. Antonio Sanchez.
Well, good recognition there by the Saints after the defense is broken down. That's what the Admirals have to do. They're going to have to tighten up and take a page out of the Saints playbook and start, better ball pressure and start running through some passing lanes to try to score off their defense if they're going to get back in it.
Bob, Tony Sanchez entered the game about 3 minutes ago for the first time. He's got 6 points in that 3 minutes, and he's had a couple rebounds and made some things happen. Been very active. Buckles with the ball against Nieves.
The trapping zone again.
Yes, it is, and he traveled with the basketball. It's a frustrated Cody Buckles that turns it over. Drew Laurenti returns, replacing Evan Nieto. Michael Hannibal, Drew Laurenti. Laurenti penetrates against Holly. Holly got his hand in and knocked it away. Laurenti ran it down, threw it away. Alexander ahead to Taylor. Back to Williams. Down low, Alexander. Up, no, over Sanchez. Second shot up by Holly. Hit the top, no, but he was fouled.
Missed Holly underneath, guys. It's the second time in transition I've seen an open Admiral not get the basketball.
Michael Hannibal's going to get the foul. Terrell Holly's going to go to the line. He's 1 of 2 tonight from the foul line. 3 points in the game. Southview by 10, 41-31. 4:04 to go. Big Terrell Holly's first toss. Got it? You know, one of the things that the triple header does, Bob, is right now there is a good atmosphere in for these kids that they don't usually get to play in front of this kind of crowd.
Exactly, Jay. Good point. Usually at a freshman game, you've got some parents and the next door neighbor, and what you have here, the gym, you know, quite early is about half filled, and that's got to be quite a thrill for the players, along with being on Channel 20. I mean, I just think that's exceptional that a freshman basketball game gets aired on cable. I think that's terrific.
Second toss, no. Tony Sanchez gets it ahead to Drew Laurenti. Back to Sanchez. Laurenti across to Hannibal. The Saints look to run their offense. They have a 9-point lead. That's Nieves inside. Sanchez rebound.
Good back cut. That was all created because of a good back cut. Southview didn't fight pressure on the perimeter.
Tony Sanchez, point a minute. Sanchez now has 8. And this is Cody Buckles against pressure. Drew Laurenti. Holly. More into the line.
Travel.
And you know what, Bob? I'm not sure that he did. Quite honestly, the upper part of the body was moving all over the place.
Right.
And his hair got to wiggling and got the officials' attention, but I don't know that his feet ever moved.
Well, pressure defense, again, has taken its toll, and it's become, you know, obviously too many turnovers for the Admirals if they're going to get back in the game. Good job.
Nice cross-court pass. Drew Laurenti, the beneficiary of a Deshaun Lawson assist, and the lead is back to out to 13 for the first time. Matt Moore against Sanchez, spins in the lane. Well, had it, lost it, and here comes Laurenti. 3:10 to go. Ahead to Maurice Nieves. Maurice didn't get himself in a good position to catch the ball.
Exactly.
One place you don't want to be if you're ahead of the ball is directly, you know, with your back to it, and that's what happened. Coach Brian Clark wants a timeout to talk things over. With that timeout, we're going to take one too. So we'll be back with more action after this message.
Mom, Dad, we're best friends, right?
Guess what? I'm about 2 seconds away from dumping you, kicking you out of my life.
You won't even recognize me. And pretty soon, someone's gonna try to get me to take drugs.
Want to do something about it? You're gonna have to make me tell you where I am and who I'm with every day.
No matter how much I fight you. Don't like it? Tough.
You gotta be the grown-up.
3:06 to go, fourth quarter, as Terrell Holly looks to inbound the ball for the Admirals. Length of the court pass for Matt Toth. No center fielder, and Toth's going to get a layup.
1-4, nobody back.
Drew Laurenti comes the other way. It's 45-34 now, Southview. 2:56 to go. Michael Hannibal holds.
Okay, the Admirals are going to have to crank up the heat here, get some ball pressure.
Laurenti, 18-footer on the way. Don't know if they needed that one.
Right.
Laurenti then follows it up, and I think he's done.
But you were right, Jay, about not needing that. In game situation, guys, you've got 2:46. The Saints should be obviously looking to take some time off the clock, run their offense, get fouled, score from the foul line.
Instead, we do just the opposite.
Right.
If you're the Saints, you go down, you take a quick shot, commit a foul, the 5th foul on your best ball handler, and then go to the other end and give the Admirals a chance to score with the clock stopped. Evan Nieto will come in to replace Laurenti. Laurenti is going to go to the bench with 9 points in the ball game, but
and that was his 5th foul, Jay?
Yes, it was. At the line is Matt Moore for the Admirals, and the line has been kind of a black hole for the Admirals tonight, but there's Moore hitting the first and getting the bonus. He is now 2 of 3 from the line, 2 points in the game, and the lead is 10.
Now, it's 10, Jay, with 2:46. The Admirals can get back in it. It's now 9, but they're going to have to get back in it right now against...
On defense.
Exactly.
Evan Nieto, Maurice Nieves. The passes are going to have to be a little bit more crisp, but they will... That's 3 passes in a row that the Admirals got their hands on. Michael Hannibal controls. This is Nieto. Nieto penetrates, kicks it back. Nieves, 18-footer, got it. I guess you have to take that shot at this point in the game, but it's now an 11-point lead, and it has nice anticipation.
Again, the
Deshaun Lawson whacked in the act.
Really do a nice job off the ball of running through the passing lane when they're 1 pass away. Nice job.
Matt Moore becomes the 2nd player and the first Admiral to foul out of this game. He is going to go to the bench with 3 of 4 from the line for a total of 3 points. His evening's work is done. Roberto Alvarado replaces him. Deshaun Lawson at the line. He was 0 of 2 a moment ago. First shot up, too long. 2:18 to play in the ball game. 47 for the Saints, 36 for the Admirals. The lead did get out one time to 13, Bob, but other than that, this is as big as it's been. Second one, Glass, no. Alvarado, the rebound. Holly, Toth. Matt Toth brings it ahead. Jump stop, 17-footer. Rim, no. Rebound, and that's little Deshaun Lawson brings it ahead against Matt Toth. Michael Hannibal. Kevin Nieto. Maurice Nieves. Nieves. This is Lawson.
Okay, one pass away. The Admirals should be up in denial.
Denial. That's that social
Absolutely.
studies place, isn't it? Maurice Nieves. 10 points in the half, 15 for the game. The lead's back out to 13 with 1:40. Terrell Holly against a couple of Saints. Had it, thought he lost it. Tony Sanchez picked it up, gets it ahead to Maurice Nieves. That's not the shot that Coach Winborn wanted.
Not at all.
But he got hit. Frustration foul for Terrell Holly. His second. 1:32 to go. Maurice Nieves at the line. Coach Clark got a couple of substitutions.
Maurice is one of the team's tri-captains, averaging 6 points and 2 steals per game. His favorite teacher is Mr. Scott.
Into the Admirals lineup. Number 14, Adrian Jackson. 34, Chris Mills. 44, Chris Compass. Number 10, Blake Jamerson. And number 22, Julius Rollins. Number 40, DeLance Tyler. Number 54, Dwayne Hunter enter for the Saints. Nieves is at the line. He has got 11 points in the half, 16 for the game. Second toss is too long. Rebound is pulled down by Chris Mills. Blake Jamerson. This is Chris Compass. Jamerson. Down in the corner to Julius Rollins. Kicks it out to Mills. Compass. 18-footers on the way. Back iron, no. Nieto with the rebound. The Saints have a few at the bench now, too. Next whistle. This is Nieves. Minute to go. 50-36 Southview. Whistle. Timeout White. And that was Coach Winborn's timeout. He wants a 20-second timeout to get
so he could sub, right?
So he could
exactly.
sub. 58.9 seconds to go, Bob. The outcome's not in doubt.
No, the outcome's not in doubt, but I've really enjoyed the game, Jay, and I've seen a lot of positive things out here tonight.
I was going to say, make yourself the varsity coach of one of these two programs and tell me what you've seen that you liked.
Okay, I see unselfish play. I see good attitudes. I see improving fundamentals. I see two teams that play hard. I mean, I like all those things, and those are necessary ingredients to have success 2 or 3 years down the road. I've seen some good guard play on both sides, and as we know, you can't play at the next levels without guards.
Yeah, the one tradition, I guess, that continues in South Lorain that we like is we don't see a lot of tall ones.
Right, on either team here.
And, you know, that's this is Michael Hannibal, Southview with a new group in. Hannibal. 40 is DeLance Tyler. Front rim, no. DeLance started the season as the Saints manager and earned himself a uniform. Jamerson, long three, too far. Rebound Martinez. John Herring back in the lineup for the Saints.
Again, I like how hard the Admirals are playing right now.
Martinez.
They're 14 down, they're still scrapping.
This is Adrian Jackson. Very unselfishly across to Jamerson. Chris Compass, 17-footer, no. Rebound is Hunter, out to Hannibal, 14 seconds to go. He pulls it out with 10 seconds to go. Down low, DeLance Tyler, 3-footer, no. Rebound, kicked out of bounds. 5.1 seconds to go. The Saints are going to get the last chance. One more sub. Chase Haynes returns for Southview. John Herring is going to trigger the inbound. 50-36. This is DeLance Tyler. Chase Haynes into the lane. 8-footer is blocked.
All righty.
That'll end it. Final score, Freshmen Saints go to 7-2 on the air with a 50-36 decision over Coach Brian Clark and the Freshmen Admirals. And as you say, Bob, this is a good night for these kids because it's a good crowd, it's the crosstown rival, and it's Channel 20.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what a thrill.
And I'm sure that they're going to be the first ones looking for the schedule. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this timeout. Jay Ferguson and Bob Raskich back at Southview Gymnasium. The first of 3 in the books tonight, and it was the freshmen of Southview 50, the 9th grade Admirals 36. The noise you hear in the background is as the JV teams warm up for the second of this triple header, all 3 to be televised by Channel 20. Bob, let's sum this one up. What'd you think?
I thought it was, as far as winning the ball game, I thought the Saints defense was the difference. I didn't see a big difference in offensive skill level between the two teams, and I just thought the Saints did a better job of pressuring the basketball, running through the passing lane, forcing turnovers, and I think they may have played a little bit harder. I saw that as the key to the game.
Well, and the other thing that I think that they did is when Admiral King made their move in the second quarter, it was based on strength on the glass, and I think that Southview was able to counteract some of that in the second half. And if we look at the second half scoring, because we had a 22-19 game at the half, Southview on top, Admiral King came out and went up 25-24 to start the third quarter. But the second half, Admiral King had quarters of 9 and 8 for a total of 17 in the second half. Southview with quarters of 13 and 15 really was pulling away as the game ended. Let's take a minute as the JV Saints enter the court to wrap up the scoring action for the freshmen. Admiral King, Blake Jamerson had a basket in the first half for 2 points. Darrell Williams had 2 baskets in the second half, 4 points. Matt Moore, 3 or 4 from the line, 3 points. Tim Taylor had a basket for 2. Terrell Holly had 1 basket, 2 of 4 from the line, 4 points. Brandon Alexander, 2 baskets in the first half, 1 of 2 from the line for 5. High for the Admirals was Matt Toth, who had 7 baskets, 2 of them the 3-point variety, for a total of 16 points. The freshman Saints, Rick Shawver had a free throw for 1, as did James Woods. Corey Martinez, a basket in the first half, 2 points. John Herring had a first half basket for 2. John Carney, a couple of free throws in the second half for 2. Evan Nieto had a basket and a free throw in the first 3 points. Then we move on to Michael Hannibal, 3 first half baskets, 6 points. Tony Sanchez off the bench toward the end of the third quarter, 4 quick baskets and 8 points. He gave the Saints a lift underneath with his banging around. Drew Laurenti had a basket and 5 of 6, or 2 baskets, 5 of 6 in the line, 9 points. And tied for high point for the game, but high for the Saints, Maurice Nieves had 6 baskets and 4 of 6 from the line, 16 points. Bob, it was a very entertaining game.
It was. And Jay, if I could just add one more time and just reiterate, on both sides, one of the things that I really appreciated and enjoyed was I saw coachable players. I saw coaches coaching and players who were very receptive. I saw nothing but positive attitudes on the floor, and those are requisites for success down the road, and that was nice to see.
Something else that they are is their expectations for Coach Brian Corey and Coach Michael Scott, the 2 gentlemen that are in charge of these programs. Coach Corey, as we look at it, he's got a couple more years under his belt in the rebuilding program. But both those gentlemen cut from the same cloth, and the high expectations that they set for their players to be students and athletes.
Exactly.
You could really see it, as they carried themselves tonight on the floor.
Right, exactly.
So
well put.
Congratulations to Lorain City Schools and the city of Lorain on the performance of their players in the first game. Once again, the final score, Southview Freshmen 50, the freshmen of Admiral King 36. For producer-director Joe Bach and associate Bob Raskich, I'm Jay Ferguson, wishing you all a good evening.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.